Do you know the tiny dot at the end of the sentence? The one we barely notice? Well, actually controls the clarity of your entire writing. Yes, today we are going to learn about periods, the simplest punctuation mark, but also the one we misuse the most. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rajesh, and in today's lesson, you will learn periods, what it is, when to use it, how to use it, and to avoid common mistakes. So let's get started. So, what is a period? Period is also known as full stop, right? It's used to show the end of a sentence. Whenever an idea is finished, the sentence stops, and so does the reader. And that's when you would use the period, right? The full stop. For example, he's a good doctor, period. The meeting starts at 3 a.m., full stop. Now, a period tells us the thought is complete and no more information is coming. When do we use a period? We use period for declarative sentences, such as statements which are facts, opinions, information. For example, India is a diverse country. Period. I like black coffee. Period. Then you would use it to end an imperative sentence. When I say imperative sentence, that's more like a command or instructions. So if the tone is firm or neutral, use period. For example, close the door, period. Submit your assignment, period. Note when the command is strong or emotional, an exclamation mark may replace the period. For example, stop! Exclamation mark, not a period. Then you will also use a period after abbreviations, such as doctor, period, Mr., Inc., which is a corporation, etc. Period. Some abbreviations differ between America and British English. For example, Mr. in the US, but Mr. in the UK. So in US, Mr. comes with dot, the period. In UK, Mr. would be without a period. You would use a period for initials, JK Narayana, right? J.K. Rowling, R.K. Narayana. So after R, there's a period. K, there's a period. Narayana. J, period. K, period. Rowling, J.K. Rowling, right? You would also use periods for decimals. For example, the price is $10.5. Right? Her GPA score is 3.9. So point is again the dot, the period, full stop. So the period separates the whole number from the fractional part. Understand when not to use period. So after a sentence that ending with a punctuation, don't put a period, right? For example, if you have a question mark, an exclamation mark, there you're not using a period. So for example, are you coming? There's going to be a question mark instead of a period. After also after titles used with the names, Mr. Smith, right? Dr. Brown, you're not going to use period. Then after headlines, titles, or headings, we do not use period. For example, how to improve your vocabulary. That's a heading. You don't use a period here. Benefits of reading daily. It's a heading, a title. You do not use a period here again. Right? After web address. So visit www.example.com. After .com, you're not going to use a period. Right. Next section, we're going to talk about common mistakes that we usually make. Using period in text messages like speech pauses. So, okay, period, I will come, dot. You do not. These three dots are called ellipses, which basically tells you that idea is you're not writing the complete idea, but the person you're writing it to, the message is delivered. The other person understands what an unfinished idea is or what the conversation is about, right? So use that usually when it's a known topic between friends or colleagues, right? Wherein you do not have to, wherein you do not have to write everything in detail, but you can use ellipses, and they would understand what you meant. Um, Forgetting to put a space after a period, such as I he left period space I stayed. So you need to have a space. He left period space I stayed. Using a period after every line in bullet points, you do not have to. Whenever you use bullet points, you do not need to use periods. Over using periods in formal emails, for example, thank you, period. This feels better, period. Better, period. Thank you, period. So do not overuse it, right? Now we're going to look at some practical examples. Let's say she went to the market. Is the idea complete? Yes. So you would use a period. Next example, what time is it? Is this a question? If it's a question, and it is, right? It sounds like a question. So you would use a question mark, not a period. Example three, he can speak English very well. That's a declarative statement. So you would use a period. Let's quickly go through recap. So what we went through is end statements, end commands. What does period do? Right? Used with abbreviations. It is used with initials. Used with decimals. It is not used with question mark and exclamation mark. Not used in titles. It is not used in URLs, which is website address. Right? So here we are. Now that's everything you need to know about the period. It's the simplest punctuation mark that makes your writing clear, clean, and complete. Right? If you found this video useful, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Also, let me know which punctuation mark you want me to cover in the next video. You're watching Learn Fluent English with Rajesh. I'm Rajesh, and I will see you in the next video.